We're moving things along now here. Next question, man, I'm not even going to do all the preamble on this. Look through all the questions. This one is going to generate the most discussion, I feel like. Fire up the generators. Fire up the cameras. Let's do it. Generating discussion presented by our great friends over at Cummins. Just follow them on Instagram, everybody. Cummins Lifestyle. It's all one word. And give them a follow. Go to warchant.com. Post your questions every single week into the Renegade Express mailbag. Best question gets entered into a monthly drawing to win some free Cummins swag and an entry into a grand prize drawing at the end of the year for either a portable generator or a portable power station. With all that said, Corey, the question comes from our guy, Grumpy BK. He's been doing some observing of the rosters and says he can't break the thought that the 2024 team resembles the 2012 team on paper. Position group by position group, how does the 24 roster stack up in your opinion? Now, he went ahead and did this, man. And he says, I don't have to read the entire sections below, but feel free to use for reference. I mean, running backs, you got Roydell, Toafili, Jalen Lucas versus Devontae, James Wilder, Chris Thompson. Defensive backs, you've got Azarie, Shaheem, Fentrell, Earl Little versus Terrence Brooks, Darby, Joyner, Xavier Rhodes. Your kickers probably not as good, Dustin Hopkins, but your punter is better, Master Romano over Beatty. What do you think 12 versus 24, Corey Clark?
Look, man, no, this team does not have more talent than the 2012 team. And understand that team was 12-2 and really was it was just remarkable they lost that game in Raleigh. That was a 13-1 potential national champion, most talented roster in the country. You don't have that kind of talent. You just don't. Are you a better team though? Because you don't have Bjorn Werner and Tank Carradine at defensive
end. But you've got Marvin Jones Jr. and Patrick Payton.
You've got, yes, and they might end up being good. I don't know if they're first round good. Bjorn Werner was great. I don't know that Azarie Thomas is Xavier Rhodes good, because Xavier Rhodes was awesome. Overall, you don't have a secondary with Terrence Brooks, LaMarcus Joyner, and Xavier Rhodes in it. P.J. Williams was like a backup. Nick Wasom started that year. Darby was kind of a backup on that team a little bit. Jernigan. You just go on and on. The offensive line, 4 of those guys were drafted by the NFL. I don't think you have that. EJ was a first-round pick. I don't think DJ is as good as EJ, but DJ is a reasonable facsimile to EJ. Easy for me to say. I think overall, no. If you're looking at the roster, that you're not going to have a team that's as good, that's as talented as the 2012 roster, because that team, the guys on that team will tell you they probably should have won a national championship. They're mad that they didn't. But this team has more experience than that team. By and large, it's an older team. And, you don't have to be 12-2. You don't have to be a 12-win team to get to the playoff anymore. You don't. I think that when you look, I don't know that there's a position group other than punter where you'd say, okay, the 2024 team is definitely better. I just don't. The 2012 had Rashad Green, Roddy Smith, Kelvin Benjamin, sort of, but not really. He wasn't really Kelvin Benjamin yet. The running backs, Chris Thompson was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know that you have, and then Devontae Freeman was an all pro in the NFL, so I don't think you have that either. But what you have is experience, a lot of college experience, and guys that have proven they can play and play well at this level, and that's kind of what you need. That's kind of what you need. I don't think the star power on this team is close to that team. But again, I'm not. It sounds like I'm just degrading the 2024 team. You just happen to choose one of the most talented teams in Florida State history. I mean, when you look at the NFL guys, it was one of the most talented teams in Florida State history, but they weren't all that experienced. There was a lot of inexperience. There were a lot of guys really starting for the first time, like a Terrence Brooks, Darby, getting their first real playing time. Kelvin Benjamin, Nick O'Leary even was getting his first real playing time as a part of the offense. So they took some lumps maybe, and they weren't as dominant as they should have been because of the inexperience. Well, this team certainly has an edge in experience, and that matters a lot in college football. It does. It's just not. It's not on the same level, I don't think, as the 2012 team is as far as a pure NFL talent.
I don't want to break it to our guy, but Greedy Vance is no longer here. But Terrence Brooks, pro. Darby, pro. Joyner, pro. Xavier Rhodes, pro.
For long times. Like
Azarie
for 7-8
Thomas,
years.
pro. Shaheem Brown, pro. Earl Little pro. Fentrell Cypress maybe pro.
Yeah.
Conrad Hussey. Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. I don't want to besmirch a 2012 team because it was one bad game, man. Like really, I mean, I know the Florida game was another one as well, but I think receivers are better in 12 than you are in 14. I'll give a push on defensive ends. What he's got listed there, defensive tackle, I'm giving the edge to 12. 2012 linebackers considerably better. I give the edge to defensive backs. Specialists, I'm giving the edge. I'm giving the edge to 24. I think Mastromanno is that much better than Beatty. Hopkins isn't that much better than Fitzgerald. He's better, but not by as much of a margin as Mastromanno is to Beatty.
All right. Okay.
Running backs, I'm giving a significant edge to 2012. Offensive line, I'm going to call it a push, man. Those guys end up being Stork Pro, Irving Pro, Mateus Pro, Hart Pro. Man, Bobby Hart's still in the league getting a paycheck. Trey Jackson Pro. But that was 2012.
But that 2012 line isn't right because they also had Menelik Watson, who was a second-round pick, and not Sterling Lovelady. So Menelik Watson was another starter on that team and a good one, who they didn't have, I think, for the NC State game, which was turned out to be a big deal. Yeah, I just think overall the nature of the question, we don't know too either, right? Like I know who Ronald Darby ended up being. I know what LaMarcus Joyner ended up being in Terrence Brooks.
Corey. Be a pro. Be the Coracle. Project.
But I'm saying that's what makes it hard is I don't know what Earl Little is. Earl Little might make me look like an idiot because 10 years from now, he's the NFL MVP. Like, I have no idea about Earl Little. None. So that's what makes it hard is we have the hindsight of the 2012 team and how talented it was. We don't know how talented these guys are going to end up being from an NFL standpoint. It's a good question, though. It's a fair question. And if they have a 2012 type of year, we'll all be happy. Just because you don't even play NC State this year.
I tried, everybody. I tried to project out. So I gave you the edges. You can add up the edges and the significant advantages to each significant or each segment and figure it out. While you do that, though, head over to Cummins Lifestyle over on Instagram. Give them a follow. Look at these places. Look at these things they generate and create. Florida State folks behind this partnership with Warchant and Wake Up Warchant. So go follow them on Instagram. It doesn't cost you a single penny. Just show them that you're listening to the pod. Well done, Corey. Appreciate you. Check out the mobile power solutions from Cummins, a global power technology leader. Own-in portable generators are versatile portable generators for your everyday or on-the-go power requirements. Choose a model to power your lifestyle, from working on a DIY construction project, tailgating from your pickup truck, or powering your critical home appliances during Florida hurricane season and power outages. Cummins offers own-in portable generators from 2,500 to 9,500 watts. Use promo code TAILGATE, that's TAILG, numeral 8, for a 10% discount on a P2500i at shop.cummins.com. The P2500i can power you for 10 hours on only 1 gallon of fuel, and its double insulated housing keeps you humming at a peaceful 52 decibels. Get it again for 10% off using the promo code TAILGATE at shop.cummins.com.